All right, and we are live, guys. How you doing, Jay Clyde?
Good. How are you doing?
Can't complain, man. Can't complain. Just made that video, my first video I did in a while on that Epos diver I sent you. It's a pretty interesting diver. Cool little micro brand. My buddy Ross sent me. He was one of the ones that first started sending me pieces. Like when I had way back when I only had like 200 subscribers. He sent me the Blanc Pond and all that. That's who I bought the Zenith from too. So
Nice. So
yeah, he's
what's your opinion about what's your opinion about that?
about which one?
The Epos diver.
Epos diver, it's definitely cool. It's like funky. Like if you're looking for kind of like a wild card kind of diver. Now it is a bit on the pricier side at $1,900, and I don't know that they offer any. What's up, Joe? How you doing, bud? What are you wearing today? Um, what's up, Cowboy Stone? I don't know if he offers any discounts or not, but he'll probably mention it down there in the comments. What's up, William Rizzo? Hey, Thomas. How you guys doing? What are you guys all wearing? I'm of course still wearing the Basteron. I'm probably gonna swap that out for something else later this week.
Well,
What are you
actually,
wearing, Clyde?
I'm wearing the Apple Watch since I'm kind of hot and heavy. Uh, I was just involved with the project I'm not supposed to be talking about.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Nothing wrong with the Apple Watch. They're starting to kind of grow on me a little bit. Like, have you seen the new commercials? They got great marketing.
Oh yeah, they do.
Like,
And
where the guy's like stuck on the paddleboard out in the ocean.
yeah. Oh yeah. Because he also paid extra for the cellular connection. And who's his fucking carriers? Well, I want to know.
No, right? If he's out in the middle of the ocean, he can still get it.
Yeah, because if he had been I'm trying to think of the hell my carrier is. Yeah, because
Verizon usually has the best towers.
If he had T-Mobile, he'd be dead.
Yeah, T-Mobile sucks, I hear. I've got I use Total Wireless, which uses Verizon towers. So I get service pretty much almost everywhere these days, which works out good. And it's cheaper than Verizon too. But yeah, you said you're wearing an Apple Watch today?
Yeah. Also working on the little project today. We're trying to bore down and trying to get the dial design.
From what you I mean, I obviously won't share it with anybody. But from what you show me, it just looks like a pretty good looking watch.
Well, that we also suspect that the designer is trying to steer us into what he wants. It's like, no, okay, we're seeing what you want. That's good. Show us what we want first. You don't have to convince us that you're right. Just convince us we're wrong.
Yeah. Well, I guess watch designers are kind of like car designers too. Like if you kind of let them have creative freedom, they're going to create a badass car, like custom car.
But maybe not the most marketable, maybe maybe something that's so expensive that can't be something that's so expensive to make and won't be produced.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Blah, 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 blah.
But yeah, how about the prices of everything going up like crazy now? It's been crazy this week. Like I won't say the prices, but it's like some pieces we're buying at like thousands of dollars more than we were for last week, which is crazy. What are your thoughts on that? You there?
Again, everything is going nuts. Everything is like, of course, I like to start I start my weekend off early in the morning. Watchbox. Mike's Mangoes does Market Watch.
Yeah, he does pretty good work.
And he's consistent. It's always the same time. So it's like when I wake up and watch Mike's Mangoes, that's been my weekend officially starts.
You ordered her a date just for retirement in July. Nice. To some, I don't think it's $800 here and there. I don't think it's going to affect some people, but to like the normal collector that's getting it as like a long time grail piece, that might stop them from buying it. What do you think?
Well, it doesn't matter. They'll be on the list for so damn long. They'll have more than enough time to save up.
Yeah. Remember, Bobby was talking about that the other night on his live stream.
Yep. I don't think it's going to do a damn thing.
Because the people that are buying them are still buying them anyways.
Yeah. They'll just, the resellers will just up their price a little bit. It's not like that many people are going to stand. Yeah. If you're already spending, there's more of a difference between 4,000, 5,000 than between 10,000 and 11,000.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I guess that doesn't matter too much on that then, huh?
Right.
Like I said, the people that are buying them are still going to buy them regardless.
Yeah, and the people are going to flip, they're going to flip them regardless. So yeah, so that sucks. That sucks, but hey, you get her Cartier and get her one immediately.
Yeah, Cartier's kind of underrated. They're kind of gone up too, though. I mean, they were kind of under the radar there for a little while, but just like everything else, they're starting to go up.
Actually, I ran into a judge and he had a Movado Museum watch. We're talking about the Movado Museum.
Mm-hmm. It gets a little bit of undeserved hate. I feel like it's a decent looking watch.
It's iconic. It's probably like one of the designs of like the 70s or early 80s when it first came out. That was a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
That saved Movado from annihilation, really. But the trouble is, it became a victim of its own success.
Yeah, it became kind of known as, like, at least within the watch nerd community, which can be a picky crowd. But anyways, yeah, it became known as kind of like a fashion watch within the watch crowd. Wouldn't you say?
Well, and Movado became known as the Museum Watch Company.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with Audemars Piguet and the Royal Oak.
And if you look in their lineup, they've actually got some other fairly nice watches.
Oh yeah.
I had that what was it? That Movado Heritage chronograph a while back. I think I sent you pictures of that when I had it in. That's a good looking watch.
Now, how old was it?
No, it was a new. It was a Heritage lineup, like inspired by like the 60s, 70s look.
I'd have to.
On that chronograph.
I'm aware of that. I'm entirely unaware. I'd have to take a look at that.
And that's what I was saying. Like, unless you dig and you look, like they have a lot of cool pieces you don't really know about.
And like I said, I've got vintage Movado from the 50s, and that's up there with any other watch.
Definitely. What size is the vintage?
Like maybe 34, 36, but very legible.
Okay. Probably wears a little bit bigger than that, right?
Yeah, exactly. And like 50s Movado is actually like almost like kissing cousin to Patek Philippe, because this is before both companies really started doing everything. Either company started doing anything in-house. So a lot of times Movado and Patek Philippe would outsource to the same handful of companies.
Okay.
It's kind of like how Hoyer, like vintage Hoyer hand-wound chronographs. There's a lot of similarities between vintage Rolex Daytonas or pre-Daytonas.
Definitely.
I mean,
keep in mind, I kind of like the Zenith Daytonas. Those are pretty nice.
Oh yeah. Or you mean the old ones or the new ones made by Zenith?
I like those too. I'm a Zenith fanboy. We actually have a Zenith Daytona in the Daytona. We have a white dial in.
Are you talking about? Does it say Rolex or Zenith on the dial?
No, this one is a Zenith Daytona. Okay. The white with the the white with the 3 circles.
Yeah,
the
or
chrono.
The Zenith, yeah, so Zenith, Chronomaster technically, but but less.
And I feel like that's a watch that everybody thinks everything looks like Rolex, but I feel like Zenith is okay, and they're right to be able to do that because they had their movement in a Rolex Daytona back in the day anyways. Don't you? Like, I feel like it's justifiable.
Now, Thomas Burnett is a good question. Thomas, why don't you join us, man? Come on, seriously. We haven't done anything with you forever. I know, right? I haven't appeared with anything with you since God bless his soul, Blue Shirt passed on. Okay, how long? Yeah, how long can this?
If you want to send him a link, you probably got his. Are you on his WhatsApp?
No, I don't think I am. I might be on email, but it take too damn long. Okay.
Which I'm on WhatsApp now too, by the way.
Oh yeah, cool.
Because of work. But yeah, I never really
Oh,
used it
and this
before.
much might last. What is your take on this video? Let me put it this way: it will last until something happens, and really until the world economy takes a flaming dump. So,
And I don't really see that happening anytime soon.
well, I don't know.
Because China is about to open up the mainland, and all those millionaires, they're going to start buying up stuff.
No, they're not.
You know?
No, they're not. They're not going to open up millionaire. No, they want to keep that money in China.
Mm.
They are doing everything they can. That's why, like for instance.
Well, don't forget we have an office in Hong Kong too.
Oh, what is it? Luxury Bazaar?
Yeah, Roman has an office in Hong Kong as well. So
now, true, but are there any restrictions on them buying watches at over there in your office?
I'm not sure what all those rules are. I'd have to talk to them about that because I've never really, gone through that route yet. So
because like
I don't think there is. If it's in Hong Kong, I don't think, but don't quote me.
Well, because really, that means they're taking that exchange rate and everything else, but they're taking money and buying watches. That money is leaving. That money is leaving China. Of course, now they've got the luxury durable consumer goods that they can. You can damn it. I think it's easier to hide a Rolex than it is to hide $10,000 in cash.
Well, and that's why a lot of Chinese investors now are starting to speculate into watch buying over real estate because the prime minister, whatever his name is not wanting a speculation market on real estate, and they can hide a Rolex or a watch from customs more than they can, obviously, something else.
Oh, that's nice. You mean his grave? I trust. Good evening, everyone. It says Neville Grimshaw from a chilly UK. Well, it's a little nippy here in the flyover states.
We got the first snow here this year. It's a little bit chilly here as well.
We got a dusting, but then again, February is when we've learned. Every time we've had like anything more than a dusting, it's February. So
that's what everybody tells me. They're like, you ain't experienced cold yet.
Yeah.
Because I actually got offered free tickets for the Eagles game yesterday, which I'm kind of glad I didn't go to because it's I didn't go because it was a little chilly.
Yeah.
But they ended up getting blown out, I guess, by the Cowboys. So I kind of glad I didn't go. It would have probably been a bad scene up that way.
Well, and actually, people think, oh, you must be for the Cowboys because that's the closest professional team. It's like, no, they're the closest team to us, but they're still Texans. So screw them.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way.
Who do you most Oklahomans pull for?
Oh,
Denver?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see which one. But it's not Texas. It's not the Cowboys.
My quick take on the Ethos, like I said earlier, it's a pretty cool piece, Thomas. I mean, if you want something kind of like a wild card watch, it is a little bit on the pricier side, but I mean, it's Swiss made. It has the Solida movement, which any watchmaker can work on if you ever need to, if it's ever the case. But definitely, if you're looking for like a wild card look, like something kind of different, I definitely recommend it. But yeah, when you guys get off here, if you don't mind going over and checking that video out for me, I'd appreciate it.
Absolutely. Also, maybe you could talk them into say, hey, can I take a laptop home so I can live stream with it?
Yeah, I have my laptop at work, actually.
Yeah, then see a laptop. No, let me understand.
It's an older laptop, too, though.
What?
It's an older laptop, too, though.
Okay. But still is it Mac or is it Windows?
Windows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's older one. That's something I'm gonna upgrade as well. Just to get a little, for like I said, first get my own place to start upgrading.
Yeah.
stuff a little bit at a time. It's early for snow in New England. Had snowfall Friday of about 5 inches. Whew. Yeah, we had about 2 to 4 certain parts of the city. We didn't get too bad, which the roads are more prepared here, up here than back home. Back home, we get a little flurry and everything was shut down at the beach.
See, are you allowed to really sell watches out of there yet or not? Or are you still on the buying side?
Well, I mean, I technically made my first sell last week through a trade. So
nice. Well, that's something else.
Submariner.
You could go on. You have access to it. You can say, "Hey guys, this is what I found. This one I think that's some really cool pieces we've got in."
Yeah, definitely.
And even if you were to say, "Well, sorry, they're these are already spoken for," but
we could source them.
Basically, you pretend you're Rolex AD.
Man. We actually have a Reno P41 coming in like you used to have.
Yep.
We got a couple Tiffany's for sale too as well. Which those are starting to go down a little bit now compared to what they were.
Well, and I understand. I understand that when something happens, when Sandy happens, you're there to make a buck. Period. But I just I wouldn't.
And we keep our prices fairly competitive too. I mean, compared to everybody else, we're fairly priced. No. But yeah, that's like I said, everything's good. Have you seen the root beer has gone up like crazy?
Yeah.
Even the root beer GMT's gone up.
Because the
Alaska. Ooh.
Yeah, because the root beer has always been undervalued. So that's actually a market correction, I think.
And now, a lot of YouTubers have been talking them up a lot lately too, as well.
Yep.
So that doesn't help with things either.
No.
One brand I've heard a lot of mention about too lately is Omega. I feel like that's the next brand that's going to start kind of going up. Even.
Well, they've got name. The thing is, they probably have name recognition right behind Rolex. I'd say even more than Tag Heuer.
Even a lot of non-watch people know Omega like they know Rolex just because of the James Bond movies, obviously.
James Bond movie and the fact that they've been everywhere doing everything for so long.
Yeah. I mean, they have great history. I love Omega.
And again, and there's so many references.
Yeah. That new one, have you seen that new one, the Speedy that came out, limited edition? That one, it's crazy more than one for that. What is it, like 60 grand or so?
Yeah. Hold on one second.
And I think it's actually limited edition, at least for Omega. I think they only limited it to like 400 or 500 pieces. It might be even less.
Exactly.
80. Okay, even less. So that is actually limited edition for Omega then.
Yeah. Everything they do is fucking limited edition.
Except for the Seamasters. I actually like the white dial ones, the new ones.
Yeah, I think Mark has one like that. But again, part of it I think is just to go into Omega and just do a wide search at your favorite place, favorite place to get watches. Doesn't matter if it's Chrono 24. It doesn't matter if it's the new Cannabis Gold Seam. Yeah. Oh yeah. Paul Thorpe was talking about that.
Yeah, 80K. That's just ridiculous, even for a limited edition. But I mean, I guess they got people buying them. What's that old saying? There's an ass for every seat.
Oh, yeah. Hold on one second. Dodger, have you been hanging out Marcelo any or not?
Hey, Dodger, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, that other channel which shall not remain mentioned, but that one other channel has kind of been like a train wreck lately, hasn't it? It's like no watch talk hardly at all. You there, Clyde?
I said, yeah. 1 second.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get Dodger the. I know a way I can get Dodger the. I'll give him the channel, the link the direct way. Hold on.
Okay, cool. So anybody got any in the chat? Got any plans to buy anything new this year, or are you guys just holding out and condensing the collection, kind of like me and Clyde are? Let us know down in the chats. I don't have any real big plans for big buys this year myself. I may eventually buy a Rolex just because the value.
Value,
But
yeah. If you can get, well, the trouble is though, and the trouble is, I don't know if you could do that because it's just like, hey, I know you got a really good price on that. I don't know if you get an employee discount or whatever, but at this point, if you get a Rolex in for under like, oh my God price, then it's almost money in the bank. It's just like, hey, Chris, we
yeah.
like to have a good lot watch and everything, but dude, no. Or it's like, yeah, I don't know if it's like, here's your 10% employee discount. But
I
no,
won't mention specifics on that.
no, I would not.
So
Still,
yeah.
yeah.
But no, I may pick something up. Those the Submariner 41s, the new ones have really grown on me. I thought the 40s were kind of smallish for my wrist, but the 41 is almost like perfect size. I feel
Well,
like.
here's what I was talking about that. Yeah, smooth bezel and oyster. Yeah, and that's close to a sports watch. I think if you were to get a black dial on smooth and oyster, then that you might as well just consider a sports watch. Frankly,
Well, what about the slate dial? I like the slate grays too.
same thing.
Hmm.
But I think for a lot of people, and keep in mind, I know a lot of old hand collectors, and the old hands, a lot of them are just kind of sitting it out and waiting,
Hmm.
or waiting for a good deal to come up. Maybe even my cosigner, though, believe it or not, he Chris up there in Tulsa, he's like, you've got, I was like, what? You've got an OP41 Tiffany? I said, good God, what are you going to do with it? He said, what do you mean? I said, you haven't heard what the Tiffany's doing? Why are you
But at the same time,
why
what's
the
up,
fuck are
Jason? How
you
you doing,
throwing
bud?
my watches? I possibly
Like
explained a few things.
like the OP41 now is starting the Tiffany's starting to normalize. So if he holds on it for too long, he might not make he'll still make a profit if he got it at DNE,
Oh
but
yeah,
he might not make as big as he could have before. You know what I mean?
right.
Because those are
Well,
starting to kind of normalize a little bit after the Paddock Tiffany craze.
yeah, well, would have to, because whenever Rolex releases a new one, it's like it's always at the top of the curve because you want to be the first kid in your block to have the cool new hotness.
Mm, definitely, definitely.
So what do you see happening? I mean, you probably are observing trends just from being there in a major watch reseller. You probably
Yeah.
have a good idea. You probably have a good finger on the pulse.
I kind of feel like eventually things are kind of going to normalize, especially if inflation goes up. But I feel like prices are still going to stay at least where they're at. I don't think they're going to go back down.
No, I mean I don't think unless China goes down hard, and if China goes down hard, oh my God, that's not gonna be
Yeah,
good.
that won't be good for anybody.
No.
Won't be good for
Oh,
anybody. That's
no.
like I said, I feel like it'll definitely normalize. I don't think they're going to see crazy prices like this forever.
Well,
But it's still hot. Like we're thinking, January was kind of a slow month, but it has not been slow at all. Like nothing slowed down after
yeah.
Christmas. Small photo shoot and editing. Nice. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it, bud. Jason's getting a lot of momentum on his channel. You been following him?
No, I haven't. I need to though.
I think
I
he's
need
right
to.
around 12,000 subscribers or so now. Well,
Wow.
Shin's been shouting him out a couple times as well. So, which Shin seems like he's pretty cool. I don't know if you've been on a live stream with him or not yet. From the Timeless Watch channel.
It's hard to, but every once in a while, of course, you've got Watch Gringa, and you've got Kelly, then you've got Up in Her Movements, and like, which actually sounds kind of dirty. That's why I want to watch that one. But it's like
all in her movements, yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about Penny. Penny knows her stuff too when it comes to watches. She's got quite the collection.
Rolex based though, right?
I believe she got an AP at the 80.
Oh, what kind did you get?
She got the black dial. I think either the 41 or 30. I can't remember if it's 41 or 39. But she got a black dial AP.
Well, yeah. In other words, RO. She had a Royal Oak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
See,
still,
and again, that's what I'm talking about. You said AP. You use the brand of AP in place of the reference.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
No, and that's why I think, because that's how much it's been burned into people's brains.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And like, there's sometimes you can find you could find a really good deal on a Jules Audemars chronograph.
Oh, now you can't even find anything on those, probably. You know what's actually kind of growing on me a little bit now, the more I've handled them? I didn't like them when they first came out, but the 1159s.
Oh, I can imagine.
The more I see it, the more I handle them. It's kind of grown on me a little bit, you know.
Yes, but here's why: we hated on it so much that it stayed. It stayed upstairs. It's sometimes there's a song. It's just like, I hate that song. God damn, I hate that song. But that you remember that song.
Yeah, because it's catchy.
Yeah, even though you might despise it up front.
Mm-hmm.
Nice typos. Where the tiger? Oh, nice P40.
That's just like the two. Speaking of something that I didn't really like when it first came out, the Tudor, the P01. But now, like, the more I see it, the more it's kind of growing on me.
Now, Thomas, okay, sorry, what?
I thought a bronze glycine combat sub for 360. Those are good. I had that. The GoldenEye is called. Down from $1,600 in the U.S. Had to pay $70 import duties. Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. Congrats, Thomas. That's a cool watch. I mean, for the money, you can't really beat it. It comes with a ETA movement. It's got a lot of history in it too. If you remember, a lot of the Vietnam, like the war, the pilots and stuff worn. Because I think they were readily available at the PXs. They bought them from there.
Exactly.
Not the actual bronze one. That's a newer version, but they had like the white dials, stuff like that back then. So, and a lot of people give the brand hate now because Invicta bought it out. But I feel like, believe it or not, I might get shunned for this, but I feel like Invicta is actually kind of coming around a little bit lately in the last year. So they come out with some decent, homages obviously, but some decent looking pieces for the price.
Right.
And I feel like they're kind of turning around a little bit as a brand. They still make some gaudy pieces, don't get me wrong. But if you're not sure you want to pay that price for a Submariner or something like that, and you want to test drive the look, for $80, you can't really go wrong, Before plopping down, what is it, 10 grand at the 80?
Exactly.
AP Royal Oak is like, well, we're going on about half an hour. You about ready to call it day, Clyde?
I believe I am. I'm also getting a request from assistance from another channel.
All right, man. Which channel are you going on?
No, they're actually asking for a topic.
Oh, okay.
I can't think and talk at the same time.
I got you. All right, Clyde. Thanks for coming on, man, and thanks everybody for joining. If you haven't already, like I said, go check out that review I just posted up today of the Epos diver. Now, I'm not filming in my usual place, obviously, so the lighting's a little bit off, but I apologize for that. So hopefully that'll change soon. So, anyways, guys, thanks for coming on. Thanks, Clyde. We will see you guys later.
Chris.
Yes, sir.